judge had been able to provide the correct information. That subotoric confessed under oath that Sergeant Matthew Harris is responsible for directing him not to take any statements from me.
And statements weren't taken from not only the direction of Matthew Harris, but from the direction of me. I was her senior member. He did not disclose any offences to us, so we weren't going to take a statement.
He needs to come clean and vindicate me of what's written in this narrative that is totally not the truth.
Senior Constable Carly Barrett.
Senior Constable Kylie Barrett to Court 22, please. Senior Constable Kylie Barrett to Court 22.
Your Senior Constable Barrett? Yes. Please come into the witness box. Go ahead and swear yourself.
I solemnly and sincerely declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Could you identify yourself in court?
Yeah, my name is Kylie Barrett. I'm a Senior Constable of Police Station at the Heidelberg Police Station.
Senior, Sunday 30th of November 2014, what were you doing?
I was working divisional van duties in the Heidelberg area. I was Constable Stephanie Salvatore.
As a result of your chat with Assunta and Angela, what did you decide to do?
Decision was made that they required protection, so a family violence safety notice was issued.
And why do you say they needed protection?
Because it was quite clear, and they stated to me that they were in fear of him and what he may do.
And what did they intimate to you that they were fearful of him doing?
Senior Constable Kylie Barrett stated in this narrative a legal document to the court that I will harm my mother and damage property if I got access to it.
That if he got into the address, he might damage some property, or they didn't actually know what he would do. He'd never actually physically ever hurt them.
This is what my whole entire argument has been, where Corrupt Cop Senior Constable Kylie Barrett admitted that this here is her own version. It's not the statements taken from my mother, nor from my sister, but this Corrupt Cop Sgt Boursinos. Listen.
Heidelberg police members Barrett and Salvatore attended your address. The address of your mother in response to your call.
Yep.
The members investigated the incident by speaking to all parties.
Yep.
Based on the information supplied by those involved, the matter was deemed to be a family violence matter, with your sister and mother expressing fear of your behaviour and their safety.
Did it in a biased way without hearing my side of the story, and he stated in a recorded conversation with me that based on the information that Senior Constable Kylie Barrett had obtained from my mother and sister, he, Sgt Boursinos, deemed it as family violence.
Based on the information supplied by those involved, the matter was deemed to be a family violence matter, with your sister and mother expressing fear of your behaviour and their safety.
Could you raise the Bible, please, and repeat after me? I swear by Almighty God.
I swear by Almighty God
That the evidence I shall give.
that the evidence I shall give
Will be the truth.
will be the truth,
The whole truth.
the whole truth,
And nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
You can place.
Would you state your full name for the court?
Angelina Gallucci.
You've been asked to come here today as police are applying for an IV intervention order on behalf of your mother, I believe. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yet my sister turned around and said that there was no threats, that I never ever would be violent towards my mother or ever hurt her.
And has he ever threatened violence towards your mother that you've seen?
Wouldn't say violence, no. No, not violence. Wouldn't say violence, no. No, not violence.
The confession was made by Senior Constable Kylie Barrett that she basically drafted this narrative based on her own version, not on the version of the information that was provided by my sister, that I would not harm my mother.
He wouldn't touch her. I know that. He would never do that to his own mum. He would never touch her.
Yeah, he never would, I think.
He would never touch her.
Yeah. So no.
Alright, so, I'll Senior Constable.
Yes, specifically to do with you.
Yeah.
Not
No. What I'm saying is address me with respect. Do you seek to assist with the question?
Oh, yes, I do, yeah.
Right, and then how do you say it's permissible?
It's in relation to the respondent's propensity towards violence.
Well,
not
specific. This witness, and I think there's a point that it does close the issue, is that I know he'd never touch her. That's the witness's evidence.
And then she said, don't blame me. In other words, she's referring to blame Sgt Boursinos. He's the one that's identifying that there was deemed as family violence in the recorded conversation.
I've always said to Mum, I will not stop him. If you want to see your son, it's up to her. I will not intervene. I will not get involved. I'm happy for it, but I don't want to know. But it's up to her if she wants to see him. Go for it. I've never stopped him. I've never stopped my mother. That's what he thinks I'm doing, which I'm not a horrible sister.
And you've got...
And if Mum agrees, fine. And if my mother agrees, I never stopped my mother, and I never told her, no, don't come in, don't let him in the house. I'm not a horrible person that he makes out to be. Yeah, I'm not a horrible person.
And you said in the statement you made to police that Joe takes Peter out a lot. That's your younger brother who's got autism. And none of the family have got a problem with this. You said that in your statement, didn't you?
Neither have I.
No, because it's good for him to have a good relationship.
That's right. I wouldn't stop Peter from doing that. Yeah, she was just afraid. She's afraid. She's afraid.
Of what?
Of her son.
Of her son doing what?
Well, who knows what he'll do.
Well, you've given him evidence that you know you would never touch.